Welcome to Carson City, Nevada. I'm Bill.
I'm Barry.
This is the Bill and Barry Show.
All right, this week we're going to do our picks for Sunday's games. I'm going to start it off. My 3 picks here. I'm going to go with the Broncos and the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Broncos. I'm going to say 35-17. Net rolling on next here. We got the Browns and the Bengals. I'm going to take the Bungles to beat the Browns. The Bungles to beat the Browns.
Even without their quarterback.
Even without the quarterback, I think. Well, he's just questionable.
Okay.
He may be in there. So 24-10. I'm going to take the Bungles. Okay, next we got the Texans and the Jags. I don't think the Texans have anything for the Jags. I think the Jags are going to run over them. Jones Drew.
Sounds like 3 hotly contested divisional races there.
It's going to be a good week.
Definitely sounds like this is going to be a good
week for football, and that's going to be. I'm going to take the Jaguars 28-17.
So we're going to go to an old divisional race, which were the 49ers and the Saints. Now the 2 different divisions. I got the 49ers 31-30. JT O'Sullivan, I think, is going to have a really good game. Then I'm going to go with the Panthers 27-13 over the Falcons. I'm taking the Titans over the Vikings 17-14. AFC taking down the NFC this week.
A little upset there, huh?
A little bit. Well, the Titans are a 3-point favorite, so it's kind of looking like a push there. It's looking like a push.
I don't know. I took the Vikings on that one.
The big game for me, though, this week has to be out in the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Brett Favre and the New York Jets coming home after a big letdown, playing Super Bowl champion Kurt Warner and the Arizona Cardinals. I see it as a high-scoring game. I see 33-30. Jets in a win. I got one thing to say to all my friends out there in New York, though. If the Jets go down this week, watch out for the Chad chant. The Chad chant. I can see it coming. The Chad. You know, because Brett, it's either make it or break it right now, because they're not going to let you roll that much longer on Broadway, all right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, we got to see if Brett can make that 257 mark, because right now he's questionable. They're not sure if he's going to play yet. It's going to be a game time decision. He's at 256. We'll see if the streak continues to 257. That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking it's going to be the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals to take down Mr. Favre. I'm sorry, Brett. I love Brett Favre, but I just don't see it. I take the Cardinals 24-17.
So you're here in New York screaming Chad.
I think so. I think Kurt Warner's got such a good thing going on with his receivers. And when they're on, they are on. And I just
2 of the best young receivers in the league.
They are, and you got Kurt Warner. He's a great quarterback for throwing. He's just
Super Bowl champion.
He's a Super Bowl champion.
He is. And a bagger. He was a bagger also.
Can't take that away from him.
As an inspiration for any one of us.
That's right.
So then we're going to move on to the next few picks there.
Okay, I got the Bucs and the Packers. Big game here. I just don't think Rodgers is going to come back, and I just don't see him beating Mr. Greasy. I'm going to take the Bucs 20-17.
That sounds like a pretty greasy pick right there.
That's a greasy pick, man. But Gruden and Greasy, they got this thing going on right now. They got it going on, and
about 70 yards.
I think when Greasy and Gruden they work good together, and we've seen how good Gruden can be.
I'm just writing this down in capital, just to let you know. Okay.
I see the Bucs going on to win that one. Okay, moving on to my next one. I got the Bills and the Rams. Pretty much a no-brainer. I'm picking the Rams to go 0-16. They might get lucky, and one of the teams may have to forfeit. I see that's the only way that I see them getting a game. 35-10. If they get lucky, they'll score 10 points.
All right. Well, the Bills are definitely a surprise this year. They could be 4-0, and the Rams 0-4.
Well, you remember last year at the end of the year, they came on strong.
They did.
They came on strong, and they said, we're going to be back next year.
With all the problems going on in the AFC East, I mean, the Bills definitely have a chance, and they are looking good.
I'll tell you, it's been a long time for them, and this may be their year.
Don't forget, Their quarterback is only a second-year starter.
That's very true. And they got to,
Trent
the
Williams.
Broncos are in the
Stanford.
AFC too, so I see them making the playoffs, not the Super Bowl. That's for Denver.
So let's go on out to the old Oakland Coliseum, to the dark hole,
The Oakland
the
Raiders.
black hole.
The Raiders.
I got the Raiders in a big upset this week. I got them 24-17 over the San Diego Chargers. San Diego's going to drop to 1-3. They've been heralded as being one of the best teams in the NFL, and maybe they are, but not this week.
No,
I got the Oakland Raiders, 24-17. Kiffin saves his job. Jamarcus comes
I don't
out.
see the upset coming this week. I don't think the Raiders have developed that much. They got a big win over the Chiefs. I mean, but
Now from
you know,
here,
that's
don't be
a
letting me
strong
down, my
Chiefs,
Oakland brothers. Don't be letting me down.
But they did play a very strong game last week. Very strong game, and
Yeah.
they only lost by 1 point in the end of the game. So
I still don't even remember how that happened because I swore that game was over and the Raiders had won. Anyways, we're going to go on to Chicago.
You never know.
We're going on to Chicago. We got the Eagles and the Bears in the Sunday night football game. Last year, Barry, all I heard, McNabb going to the Bears. McNabb going to the Bears. McNabb going to the Bears.
Well,
Did that ever happen?
yeah, I think he still plays for the Eagles.
Well, I'm glad to see
Not
he's going to Chicago then. Because she sure should have sometime last year, you know what I mean? So, McNabb, we wish you the best.
We do.
But I got McNabb 24-13 over the Bears, and I think that in Chicago they will be asking, we want McNabb.
I agree with you. I'm going to go with the same thing. I see the Eagles coming in and just taking over. And the Bears, after this game is over, the Bears are going to wish that McNabb was traded to their team.
Yeah.
Because they definitely have a quarterback issue in Chicago as far as I'm concerned.
Maybe we'll start that rumor right here in Carson City. McNabb's going to the Bears.
All right, so that's our Sunday picks.
Well, now we got something special coming up. I think Mr. Barry over here had a good idea, and we're going to do a 3-pick each week for all of you fans out there that want to follow us and win some money with us, because we've been winning all the time.
That's right.
Power rolling. That's how we get these nice willow chairs.
That's
from
right.
West
That's
Willow
right.
Woods.
We're going to do our Super 3 picks.
Super 3.
Super 3.
Super 3.
Here's my Super 3. I'm going with the Bungles, -3.5. I see the Bungles just rolling over. I see the Jags taking over, -7.5. And the Eagles, 3.5 points. I think you could have a 10-point, -10.5 on that, and I think they would still cover it.
Well, I'm going to look out there in the far, far sky, and I'm going to go with the Bills, 38-6 over the Lambs. So they'll definitely cover their 8
Good
points.
pick.
I'm gonna take the Jets, and I'm gonna give the 1.5. I think Favre has to come out. You know what? Favre is gonna have 3 or 4 great games for the Jets this year, and this is gonna be one of them. He can't afford not to be there.
I see the Jets falling behind, him struggling, and throwing interceptions.
And the last thing I got the Packers 20-10. So I'm gonna take the pack. I'm gonna take the point. That's my 3-pick. Bills, Jets, Packers, pasty.
All right, you heard it from here. This is the Bill and Barry Show. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Capital Cab.
Wondrous Willow.
And tune in Monday, where you can see our review of all the Sunday games and get our Monday night pick. We'd also like to do a shout out to the Strikers and the Super Snakes, both victorious today. Strikers 5-1, Super Snakes 6-5. Great games, guys.
If you want to see one of our uplinks, go to willowbill.com, and hopefully in the next week or two, my brother's going to take care of that for us because he's a graduate of UCLA. He's still up here in the Mass. That's where Atkins Jr. And a little shout out to him. I don't know if you guys can see that right here. Down with USC! Go Beavers, baby! Woo!
All right, and I think that's a wrap.
That's your wrap.
We are